Hello, hello. Welcome, guys. Sorry, I'm still Mr. Slacking on my titles. Unfortunately, these things just don't work out as easily as I would like. Bear with me. Yes, I am live. I am live indeed. Just making sure all of the titles are accurate across all of my social media channels here, so bear with me. Oh, low volume. How about that? Helps if I put the mic in front of me. How about now? Better? Sorry about that. We're going live. We're going live, everybody. All right. Bear with me just one more second here, guys. I got to make sure I am live on Twitch, and to do that, I've got to put the titles in. And this should be a lot easier considering I'm getting an email from myself. All right. How's everybody doing? Is anybody excited about consensus? Did everybody have a great time overnight last night? Because there was some gigantic green candles last night, and I hope everybody got an opportunity to make some plays on that one. I know I certainly did. I have, despite consensus, etc., I'm still not super sure that we're going to be moving in a strong bullish direction. So I've been doing a lot of really short day trades, like little quick day trades, and so I actually managed to increase both my ETH and Bitcoin holdings after the recent crash and run back up. I got stopped out at about 8,700 and I'm doing a bunch of little swings, and yeah, I've been enjoying the walk back up. So let's see. Wait, did I get this live on? That's what I get for talking before I'm. There we go. Paste this and go live and turn the volume down so it doesn't bleed over into the mic. And now we are good. Hyped on crypto live. All right. Yeah. I don't know about you guys. I'm pretty excited. As every year goes, consensus has shown to be positive for at least today's Bitcoin price. So, you know, a lot of feelings in the market that consensus is going to raise prices significantly. I know we did have a pretty big bump overnight, but we're really still just moving in the area that we have been moving over the last couple weeks. So, we'll get over and take a look at that. Let's see. Great news. So you know, we're struggling our way back towards that half a trill market cap. You know, we keep just struggling to get over the 450 range, but it has, you know, we've been back and forth, and overall it has been a positive momentum. Bitcoin dominance continues to be low, which does indicate to me that a lot of people are still enjoying alt season. You know, again, especially advance of consensus, I'm sure there are lots of people that are unloading their BTC and or ETH bags in order to pick up some snazzy new ICO projects that they're seeing. But let's take a look at that. Let's see. How's everybody doing? Litecoin hodler, yeah, that's me, Mr. Bags, Mr. Litecoin Bags. Should have listened when Charlie Lee did it. Although I did actually take a look at it. Now, here's the thing: is I think Hassan, I think specifically you were like, why don't you day trade it back? And I guess ultimately, if I was going to do that, I should just liquidate my entire position out to BTC and trade it in Bitcoin, because I don't see enough of a difference in the way that the price action moves from Bitcoin, unless I was just trading Litecoin in and out of USD, which I could do because I do trade on GDAX. But I think as far as actually being able to get back to what I think is a nice equilibrium in a reasonable amount of time, probably that might be the better move for me. Anyway, still considering. I don't ever like selling at a loss, so that's why I have not taken a move on that yet. But anyway, that's something I am considering doing at this point. All right. Myra from California. I'm also in California. No, I'm not in New York. Sam and Snay are out at consensus. I wish I was, but you know, somebody's got to hold the fort. And if they were out there, who would be streaming for you guys now? I mean, you'd have nobody on. Sam's already been so busy lately, and Snay's been on less. So I hope you guys are enjoying me. And if not, then you know, at least you have me to fill in the time while Sam and Snay are out doing the Monarch thing. And you know, I've been getting a lot of people reaching out to me asking about Monarch. Guys, don't worry, we will will tell you more about it when we can. Again, I just don't want to steal any of Sam and Snae's thunder. This is their baby, and so I'm not trying to take anything away from them. I want them to be able to be the ones to announce it, and them to be able to the ones to point you guys in the right direction. But suffice to say, all the social medias are in order, and it is ramping up. So I'm very excited to share more. I just can't yet. So I'd love to, but stay tuned, and we promise you'll hear more about that. All right, let's see. What are my top 5? My top 5. I should probably do one of those videos pretty soon, huh? But top 5 bags that I'm holding right now, just as far as overall volume in the bag, I would say Bitcoin, Litecoin, Monero, Stellar, and after that would probably be, I didn't say Ethereum, so obviously, I mean, it kind of goes without saying, right? Bitcoin, ETH, and Litecoin, sort of, everybody's got those, I guess. So it kind of goes without saying, but yeah, I would say Monero is a pretty big holding, Stellar is a pretty big holding, and I don't have any yet, but I've had a real strong eye on Loki, which is the new privacy coin that is a fork off of Monero. Again, if you want to learn more about that, you can do so in the Cryptosomniac Advantage. We do have a free 14-day trial right now, and look, all you got to do is go right over here to cryptosomniac.com, click on the Advantage, and get in there, and you can download the report and find out all about it. So anyway, yeah, hey, I'm glad I'm here too. I'm glad you guys are here with me. Thanks for joining me today, guys. Crypto has been a bit of a yo-yo emotionally over the last couple of weeks, as we have broken out of the downtrend, but then start to skate back down towards it. It does show the weak hands. So, a lot of people keep selling out of their positions. Like I said, I've been taking these opportunities to make just tiny little scalps, picking up a tenth of a Bitcoin here or there. Nothing major, but just little tiny bits. But that stuff adds up when you can do it successfully over time. So anyway, yeah, that's been my play. Did I see Abbott LX ICO? No, I didn't. The only things I saw, I was streaming Consensus today. Unfortunately, me being the only one in the office does mean that there's a considerable amount of admin stuff for me to do, so a lot of it I had to do in the background. But I did see a couple of cool projects that got announced. One that I think is well, here, let's just jump into it. This is one that I saw, and I don't know if this is the project. I got to do a little bit more digging into it, but this is the kind of stuff I really like to see, right? You guys know I'm a fan of Substratum, which is a decentralized internet. Again, if you guys watch Silicon Valley and they're talking about Pied Piper and PiperNet being a new internet, that is effectively what Substratum is. And so there's this company out in New York called GoTenna, not a blockchain company per se, but they've got a pretty neat new device that I was reading about. Effectively, they've partnered with Samurai Wallet and are launching an Android app that works via a meshnet. And a meshnet basically is like a local area network that would allow you to connect to the internet. Effectively, the way it works is all of the phones or devices that are on the meshnet are pinging one another and communicating, and as they pass information through, they'll find one that has an internet connection and upload it. I just think meshnet as a protocol is probably going to be very important going forward. I think specifically as net neutrality is still a huge issue in the United States. I don't know about internationally if it's as big of a deal, but it's certainly bothersome to us here to think that the government could basically sell the right to throttle our data to the highest bidder, Verizon and AT&T, who historically have not been the best actors with taking care of people's information and keeping their consumers' best interest at heart. So the fact that they're lobbying to be able to throttle that data, but saying that they never would, doesn't make sense to me. That's like saying, just let me hold the gun. I'll never shoot you, but just let me hold it because I need it. But why do you need it? I don't understand why they would want that ability unless they plan to do it. So anyway, I guess that bit of my rant leads me to talking about this meshnet. So this I thought was a pretty cool project. So Gotenna, effectively, what it's doing is it's a wallet app that works on your Android phone, and it'll connect to this meshnet, and it will ping around any phone that's within about a mile vicinity it can connect with, or any device, I should say, that is running the Gotenna platform. It can connect with, and then it will ping through the network until it can upload. So you could actually transact with your Bitcoin off the blockchain. Pretty cool, right? I mean, it does make it to the blockchain, so don't get me wrong there. But like, say for instance, as reading through this article here, they were talking about in disaster areas, right? I mean, and specifically, if we're talking about cryptocurrency being a solution for the unbanked, disaster areas is a great place where to talk about people not having access to their bank. But if they have their crypto, or if they've got something in a wallet and they still need to be able to get through their daily operations, but there's no internet around them, being able to activate this and utilize a meshnet so that it could effectively record it's effectively working as an off-chain solution, is what it seems like to me. So it'll record it and then basically hold that data in the transaction until it finds a secure internet connection that it can upload and put that information on the blockchain. Given the long block times for Bitcoin, I could see that potentially becoming problematic in the future, but I think this is a great step in the right direction of other ways to wrest control of things that, in my opinion, should be civil rights, like the internet, from the corporations who just want to throttle it down and extract your money. Also, guys, I apologize if I got the sniffles a little bit today. I'm a little so I'm sorry about that, but if I'm sniffling into the mic, that's I'm kind of fighting something off. So yeah, kind of like an offline ledger. Yeah. But then, as it does get online, then it records that information to the blockchain. So I don't know. It's, like I said, it's a pretty interesting concept, and I can see it as a working solution for, what if you're out in the middle of Congo, working on disaster relief, and all the power is out. Or, a great example, this is talking about Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico regularly has power outages because all of their power is produced on the southeastern corner of the island, and it has to be dispersed out to the rest of the island. And it has a very terrible power grid set up just so far. So they lose power a lot. And, obviously there's been a lot about blockchain and people moving to Puerto Rico and that sort of thing. So this is a perfect example, right? You could still go on and carry on your daily life by utilizing the meshnet to be able to transact and still pay for goods and services until the power comes back on. So pretty neat stuff. Anyway, definitely something I'm going to take a further look at. They pitched today at Consensus. It was one of the ones I watched, and they do actually have a working product, so pretty interesting. But yeah, let's see. Let's jump back over into the market, because I know you guys are here for TA, aren't you? So let's take a look. I'm trying to see if I'm missing any comments anywhere. Am I missing comments on Twitter, Twitch? Anywhere, everywhere? Nope, just nobody chatting with me over there. All right, very good. Well, let's see. Is this thing going to make 9K? Well, let's take a look at that, right? Let's just go ahead and jump right into the TA portion. So here's what I've noticed. From the last run out, and then I put a downtrend line on there, and here's what I've noticed is, it's trading through the Fibonacci sequence as is common, but I've noticed that every time a wick has touched this downtrend line, and again, this is a very short downtrend, right? I mean, this is only going from the 4th till now on the daily. So but every time it touches and wicks off this line, it goes down. So right now we are seeing this happen as we speak, and let's go ahead and take a look at that on the shorter time intervals there. So RSI looking decent. MACD looks like not bad, starting to cool off on the smaller time frames, so I think we may be seeing another little dip there. Anytime it pumps that much, I honestly think a lot of the pump that happened today was specifically just because today was day one of Consensus. day one of consensus does traditionally, well, not just day one, just consensus does traditionally have a positive effect on the overall crypto markets. So I suspect this big bad boy right here was probably just all due to the fact that consensus begins today. Excuse me. But I suspect I suspect it might be coming back down a little bit. Just to let you guys know where my head is at, I've got buy orders starting at 78. I got one around 81. I've got one a little over 82.50. I've got another one at 84.60. So those are where I've got my buys at. And again, you know, I'm big on those bottom fishing plays. I'm big on picking them up. You know, I'm big on picking up more coin when you see it going down. I'm big on picking it up down here or down here by waiting for those big nasty red candles to go down to where I think the buy would be, and then I'll pick it up, and then again. And so this is what I was talking about, making those short little swings. Is literally, it'd be right through here, right? I'd be like, all right, sell some, or, you know, buy some over here, just little amounts, right? Just like a tenth of a Bitcoin, or very small, and then you know, wait for it to run up a small amount, just a few percent, take profit, and then just sit and wait till it got back down to there again, around there, set in some buy orders around where I thought it would be, wait till it gets back up a couple of percent, and take profit and sit it out again. So I just did that. Basically, that's what I did with my weekend. I did a lot of little short swing trades Saturday and Sunday, and ended up a little bit ahead of the game, even in the down market. So that's the fun part about being a trader, is you can still increase your holdings even as things dip off. But do I think it will hit? I mean, you know, I'm going to say let's see what tomorrow brings, right? Because ultimately we are up about, I want to say, geez, I didn't look at total market cap yesterday, but I think we're up about $25 billion from Friday, if I remember correctly from my stream then. So that's a good sign. And again, we'll see what it looks like tomorrow. You know, if the market cap continues to go up and we stay around this 86, 8700 range, then I would say, yeah, we're likely going to get up to 9K, at least test it. And then we'll see if it's, you know, we'll see if it's going to stay there. Again, I think we're going to encounter some pretty heavy resistance. Well, look here, I've got it here on my chart, and we're in that category right now. So this is where I got stopped out the other night, 87.80, and so like I said, making little plays in between. But I suspect right about that 8800, we're going to get some pretty difficult resistance to get through. Once we break past that, we'll probably, again, be just because a lot of traders start using these Fibonacci numbers, you know, I suspect we'll run into some more profit about 88.50 or so, or I'm not sorry, I said run into more profit. Run into more resistance was what I meant to say, at about 88.50 or so, and we'll see what happens. You know, it's tough to say. I think, given consensus, given the positive media sentiment overall, I suspect that we are still in a upward direction over the next week, but I am cautious. And certainly I am setting very tight stop losses, and I encourage you to do the same. All right, when Lambo? You know, guys, realistically, I'm a Ferrari guy, so never Lambo. Let's see, what else? What's the deal with this Bitcoin stuff? Hey, Boise, what's happening, man? Welcome. Good to have you. All right, not on or CNN last week or on Hadax. Anyone not in? Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, JK. Yeah, you're clearly playing with small, tiny market cap stuff, though I'm not aware of either of those two. So good on you, and I hope you are enjoying some success with that. All right, let's see. How can you explain? Can you explain how the world clock times can affect the market, like China waking up or USA coming online? Yeah, I can talk to that a little bit. So, as we know, crypto is a 24-hour market, right? So it never shuts off. There's no close like there is in Wall Street, and so you can sort of think of it as, because there is a massive crypto market in the United States, or in the West, but primarily in the United States, you can think of that as one market, and then you can think of the Asian market as another market, because again, you know, even though we're Cryptosomniacs and we don't sleep, people have to sleep. You know, people do have to sleep, and so you know, as a result of that, the reason that with you're having these world clock times, basically what happens is the market sort of cools off, even though it doesn't close out, but it'll cool off as the West goes to sleep, and it will have, you know, whatever actions that it's had during that time frame. And then as the Asian market wakes up, so as those people get up in the morning, especially over the weekend, you know, when those people are getting into their offices or getting onto their computers first thing Monday morning and looking at it, they're reacting to the markets just like we are, right? They're looking at it and being like, oh my God, everything pumped today, I should take some profit. Or, oh geez, you know, I got stopped out of my position, I need to figure out where to re-enter the market. Or, you know, they're thinking the exact same thoughts that we are. So I think that's really it. It's just the gap in time. If you had the Western market end up in a positive direction, you know, if by I would say 6 or 7 o'clock in the United States, and I'll give you that gap of window between East Coast, West Coast. But if everything has closed out green generally there, I think that generally by the time the Asia markets wake up, they will react to the positive sense, and you'll see it continue to have you know, bullish direction. But if not, then the alternative happens, and I think that's just standard. You know, it's just the way people think. It's very common. There's a lot of group think that goes on in crypto, or just in markets in general. And so I think that's a lot of it. I mean, it's, again, you can't trade the stock market on news and announcements the way that you can with crypto. It's just different. So anyway, that's my take on the difference between world clock times, you know, affecting pricing. So let's see, what else? Who else? Sorry, Win Lamb, bro. Win Lamb, bro. Whenever you got some lamb chops, let's do it. Grill them up. I'm in. Let's do it. What do I think of Pundi X? I think Pundi X is actually pretty dope. It's a point of sale system that utilizes crypto. So it's going to be similar to, if you guys are familiar with Square, it's kind of like that, only for crypto specifically. Their interface is great. They demoed today at Consensus, and apparently it was, you know, word on the street is it was pretty dope. We did a report on Pundi X. So actually, if you would like to know more about that, you can jump on over here to Cryptosomniac.com, go right on over to the Cryptosomniac Advantage, click the little rocket and get in. And once you're in there, look at this. Where'd it go? Pundi X right there. So you can get the full write-up on what does Cryptosomniac think about that. Normally, you'd have to pay the membership fee for that, but you can find out today for free, because you can get a 14-day trial for no charge with access to the Slack lounge and all of the reports. So do yourself a favor, go on over and sign up. I'm going to shill that more as this goes. That's the one thing that you guys are going to hear me shill pretty hard on here. I try not to shill too many coins, but I will shill the Cryptosomniac Advantage, because you know you want to get in there. It's worth it, trust me. As a matter of fact, while we're on that subject, I have a couple of testimonials from some of the people. So we have, I don't know if you guys saw, we did on probably about a month ago, we had one of our TAs on for a guest show, and his name is Amal. Amal is fantastic. He is extremely technical, but also very personable. And you know, just a couple of our Moon Lounge members had some really nice things to say about him, and so I wanted to just pull these up for you guys, because you know, this is what Moon Lounge members are saying. Like, we didn't ask them for these testimonials. This is stuff people just post. So another great session with Amal. Second session I've had, it was incredibly useful. Learned a lot more about charts, how to manage my portfolio, feeling so much more knowledgeable and comfortable about everything. He has an amazing manner. He explains things really simply and cares about your portfolio of money. If you haven't had a session, I would thoroughly recommend you book one. So I just want to note that while we are not professional financial advisors, and this is not professional financial advice, we are all active traders, and you know, you guys are coming here every day and watching us stream, so you get the idea of what we're doing. We're not here to tell you where to buy, where to sell. We're here to give you the information so that you can make your decisions on where to buy and where to sell. But if you're part of the Advantage, we can also chime in here and there and let you know if your thinking lines up with our thinking, and that is very advantageous, is to just have a community of people that are savvy to be able to bounce your ideas off of, and that's what we have there. So yes, he also has very soft palms. Well, he must have strong hands, though, is the good news. So. Yeah, good call, Eric. I think, I think Pundi X I think it's a cool project. I think it certainly has legs and would be one of those things that's going to help crypto gain more market adoption. So if that is a project you are interested in, the dip is always a good time to get involved with anything that you like, in my opinion. All right, so let's see. What else? What else? What else? I feel like no one is calling coins out to me today. You just want me to go through traditional, my traditional, the normals. Let's take a look at my recent favorite that nobody's given any love to. Is Ether. Ethereum has done great lately, and I feel like it's just like everybody's just over it because it's not the new hotness anymore. But you had a way more opportunity to make money in this little run up than on Bitcoin, like 20% bigger gains, if I did my calculations correctly. And I don't feel like anybody's giving it the love. You want to get into crypto, what should you do first? You did the right thing, actually, you're here. And what I think you should do first, before you do anything, is learn as much as you can. Because you don't want to start going and throwing money at things that you don't understand. That's never smart. Never. So, you might get super lucky, but then it's basically just like going into the casino and saying, put 20 on black, and you hit, and you're like, oh, great. Yeah, I recommend that you should do the thing where you learn as much as you can. Oh dear, what have I done here? Yeah, just learn as much as you can before you get involved. And then the next thing that I would recommend is go figure out which exchange that you want to enter from fiat into. Coinbase is a great option was the word I was looking for there. Gemini is a good option. Kraken, I don't use Kraken, but I know a lot of people do. I'm trying to think what else you could do to get in from fiat. I think maybe BitMEX. I don't know, guys. I use Gemini and Coinbase/GDAX. I deposit money into my GDAX or into my Coinbase account and then move it over to GDAX and I trade. I don't just buy on Coinbase anymore, although I used to when I first started. So there's no shame in it if you're just trying to buy, but if you're trying to trade, I would recommend getting savvy before you put any money into the game. But women is the yeah. I mean, that's a traditional male thing, right? Like that is technically. I mean, I hope that you're not just throwing money at women because that'd be super rude. But as far as the thing that I don't understand, the more I understand, the less I understand. So I feel you there, Boise. All right, let's see what else. All right, yeah, Ontology, right? Everybody's loving Ontology. I think they just put out an official announcement between them and the Neo team describing their friendition. I don't know, compa friendliness. I don't know. I don't know how they're even friends. To be honest, I haven't read the article yet. I just saw that it came out. I do want to know because I don't know how they're staying cool considering a bunch of devs were like, "See ya, Neo. We're going over to work at Ontology," and it's basically all the same code with improvements. So I don't know how you make friends with a company that does that. Anyway, let's have a look-see at the ONT. Well, boy. RSI is looking good. MACD's coming down. I think we got some downward movement to come on this still. Yeah, I don't even know why I'm looking at the 5-minute candle or frames there. Yeah, we might be going sideways there a little bit. Here's what I see, guys. This is what I see right here. Is I sort of see it's not the strongest, but it's kind of a bear pennant, right? So this almost looks like a rising triangle, but at the end of these red candles, I don't think so. So I suspect it hits this, rejects, and bounce down a little bit further, I think. Oops. Oh dear, what have I done? You just go away. Yeah, I would say that's got some more to come down. So as far as where it's at, what I would be looking at, again, guys, and I hate to just beat a dead horse and continue to. Obviously, this is a strategy that I employ very, very. What's the word I'm looking for? Often, thoroughly, religiously, habitually. But the bottom fishing plays. So for here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set buys. I'm gonna go look at these candles, and I'm gonna set my buys. Because you don't want to set them too low because you want them to actually hit, but you don't want to set them high enough because you want to be picking up your additional percentages as cheaply as possible, right? I mean, that's what you want to be doing. So yeah, again, you don't want to set a buy clear down here like 74.50 because that's too low compared to where the price action's gone lately. But I would set a buy 76.80 ish, maybe 79.60, and then maybe a couple that are just right down here, right? Because look, I mean, this is exactly what I'm talking about, where I set my buy orders and I wait for this oversold bounce, right? It comes down and it automatically bounces back up because it gets way, way, way oversold there. And so I would have been able to pick something up there or here. So that's what I say, guys. That's where I'd be putting my buys, somewhere in here. And as you get closer up to here, I would put the smaller percentage. So I'll start to I've started to do it like this, right? Like I'll do a triangle as far as the width of the percentage. Does that make sense? Right? So let's say I'm doing it for 0.1 Bitcoin all the way down. I'm doing 10 orders. Actually, the math won't work on that. So I'm doing 8 orders, right? So it'd be like 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, 0.2, 0.2, 0.2. You get what I'm saying. Sorry, I'm terrible at math in my head, so if that didn't add up, I apologize. But I'm putting the larger buy orders at lower numbers, and then of course setting very tight stop losses accordingly, because you want to make sure you've got enough upside to go that basically that strategy that I'm talking about doesn't help you if the whole market just continues to go down, unless you are doing little sells in the middle of it as well. So keep that in mind, guys. This is something that would need to be actively managed by yourself. Like you have to, it's what Sneh always says, time in the market. So it's going to be time you got to sit in front of your computer and make these decisions. And that is where I do start using these smaller candles, right? Where I'm like, is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? From there, for little swing trades, you can use those. But really, ultimately, to figure out what the bigger direction of the market is in general, I'm using anything between daily and hourly. All right, let's see. What have I missed? All right. Learn basics of TA, get an idea about the crypto market, and yeah, that's pretty accurate, Malcolm. Thanks for the that's it. You don't have to sign up for the Cryptosomniac Advantage. I mean, there's plenty of free resources out there. This channel is great. I studied this channel a ton before I actually ended up coming on this channel. There's several other channels that I like to watch. I recommend watching as many as possible. Again, you're gonna have to judge your own time investment, but I recommend watching as many as possible because I'm just one opinion, and I might have a similar opinion to somebody else. But it's good to have 3, 4, 5 different opinions to help you confirm the decision that you've already made, right? Because ultimately you sort of know what's right for you or where you're comfortable with the move. Yeah, so you're gonna know these things, and that's why I say, like, go do your own studying, do your own research, get as savvy as possible, and then once you've gotten into it and you're actually to the point of wanting to invest some money into it, or at least gamble some money on it, if that's like, let's be real, like, investing is gambling. It's educated gambling, but it is. So, but if that's once you've gotten to the point where you're ready to start putting your hard-earned income into the game, that's when I would recommend seeking out more robust mentorship if possible. All right, let's see. UUU is a Steam killer. I've seen a bunch of different projects out there that are trying to be a Steam killer right now. The good news for Steam is they've got a pretty valuable product already existing in the market. So, you know, BAT would be the Steem killer. So would be any number of them, but ultimately, until people actually adopt their platforms and start to utilize them, I don't know that anybody's killing Steem because people are using Steem. All right, howdy there. Love your work. Can you please talk about Chainlink? I don't know about Chainlink, Jermaine, but thank you for the compliment. I really appreciate it, and let me write that down, and I'll take a look. Doing this old-fashioned. So Chainlink. Is there a website, chainlink.io? I'm guessing. But I'll check it out. I'll see what I can find out for you. Yeah, don't watch Supple, man. I mean, if you want to get shilled, you know, if you want to get just ruthlessly shilled, you can watch Supple, man. I mean, he's entertaining, you know. Doug Polk's entertaining. I actually think Doug Polk has a pretty good head on his shoulders personally. He seems like he's pretty informed. His show obviously is not the same sort of format as us. He's more of a, in fact, I don't even think he likes TA, but he's entertaining. Nice one, Boise. Yeah, that's kind of my opinion. Something about that dude rubs me the wrong way. All right, let's see. Nulls. Yeah, we've got a bunch of people in the advantage that are big fans of Nulls. Let's go have a look at Nulls right now then, while we're at that. That's a good question, Jermaine. You know what? I actually had an ICO reach out to us recently asking about launching a betting thing, and I was like, I don't know. I don't mess with any of that sort of, like, I don't mess with BetDSI or DraftKings or any of that stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's certainly something that people in the United States would be rabid for, I'm sure. I mean, we definitely have a gambling population between Vegas, Atlantic City, and all the various Native American casinos. So I don't know why not. Rockhard9690, when you join the Cryptosomniac Advantage, you are a member of the Moon Lounge automatically. You have to sign up. I mean, you have to go in and actually, you know, register, but I'll show you that real quick. How to do that is you would go into cryptosomniac.com and then click the Advantage. So you get into your Advantage membership, and from there scroll down, and you can see I'm already registered here, but you would just click this register for the Slack channel Moon Lounge, and then we will let you into the Moon Lounge, and there you would be able to actually interact with the whole staff. Really, it's great. We've got Jordan in there and Amal doing full-time technical analysis, so they're there. You know, imagine having this show in your pocket 24 hours a day, and if I'm being honest, those guys are probably more technical analysts than myself. So you know, if you really want to get down into the nitty-gritty and learn more about, you know, I'm a pretty simple trader. I trade with pretty simple indicators and things, but Amal is a savage, and you know, Jordan also. Both of those guys very savvy. So anyway, yeah, you can get in there and interact with them as well as the rest of the community. I mean, we've got a pretty huge community in there. Tons of people interested in investing in ICOs. Tons of people just interested in crypto in general. So, you know, there's all kinds of different discussions, etc. Yeah, BTC was pumping when I made my thumbnail. It's kind of dipping off a little bit right now, but it had pumped pretty huge this morning, in case you missed that. But anyway, it's yeah, it's starting to cool off a bit. Although, I mean, yeah, it's still at 87, so this is corrected. But again, like I said, I suspect we're just going to keep wicking off of this trend line until we break it. Once we break it, I think we're off to the races. So I am hopeful that in the next 2 days, that within the next 2 days, consensus gives us even more great news and we get some massive bullish movement. But otherwise, I suspect we're in for more of this action right here. Crypto Flex, what's up, man? Thanks for joining. Always happy to have new members of the channel. Be sure to like and subscribe, hit that little bell for the notifications. We do try to stream every day. I know we've been a little bit less so lately, but that's primarily because it's been all me, and you know, some days I just don't have it in me, so I'm sorry. But yeah, we try to stream every day, so very, very grateful for all the new subscribers and everybody that joins us. You know, very, very grateful for our regulars and our Moon Lounge members. So thank you guys all so much for being here. All right, let's see. No BCC hard fork. Well, oh well. It's just Bitcoin Cash anyway. It's not like it would have been a. I mean, it's not like it would have been when Bitcoin forked at 10K. So, but yeah, oh sweet, right on, Rockhard. I mean, you can try it for free right now. So jump on over there and sign up, man. And hopefully you will find enough value in there that you will stick around once the trial membership has expired. But you can check it out free for 2 weeks. So come on over and join us. All right, let's see. He only tells you to buy when he's ready to sell. I hope you're talking about Suppo Man and not me. So, I hope you're not talking about me there. That hurts my feelings. All right, let's see. What's up with moving to Puerto Rico? It is postponed. Ultimately, that's the short version of it right now. Is we've done all the paperwork and we are still very interested in doing so. But with the ICO going forward, we need to be in the same time frame as our devs, and our devs are here in California, and we are here in California. So we need to be in the same time zone to make things easy and to make sure that we can launch everything successfully. So Puerto Rico is on hold for now, but we are still very connected there, and we would be happy to point you in the right direction of some individuals if you were looking for things like housing, if you were looking for help with Act 20 or Act 22, or if you just want to meet some really cool locals. I know some really cool locals there that were very kind to us and showed us a really good time while we were there. So maybe I can just introduce you to some nice people if you want. Anyway, all right, let's see what else. I've been watching Shrilla King. Absolutely terrible, but he flukes on a few interesting things. Jason, check how he gives it crypto. Does a Discord group. All right, I'll check it out. Learn to speak. Shrilla King. Has he got a YouTube channel? I'll check him out. Do you think EOS will pump more before mainnet? Isn't mainnet like this week? So probably not. But we can take a look at EOS. I mean, I am bullish on EOS overall, as I believe we all know. Yeah, supplement. All right, cool. I was like, no, man. I think I'm very clear with telling you when I do want to buy or not buy things. Let's take a look. Oh, it's in that sweet, sweet buy range, though, isn't it? Sure is. Sure is. Yeah, I don't know that it's gonna. I don't know if it's in for more pump. I mean, I suspect long term it's only going up, but yeah, it's looking pretty good, huh? As far as from run up at all time high over here. Yeah, if you're into this, I mean, straight up, just like look how much sideways action we have here. What am I on 2 hour? Let's pull this out to the daily. Yeah, I mean this level right now has been some decent resistance. I mean, it looks like we've got a if it pumps again and dips back down, then I'd say there's definitely more room down to go. But I would say right now, yeah, right now actually kind of looks like a good time to pick up some EOS. Hourly. Are you trying to pick it up for a hold or a swing? Yeah, that's what I would keep an eye on. But yeah, if this is looking great for EOS, I might go put in a buy order for EOS. You got it at $13.95. Well, here, let's see what the. Sorry, I'm looking at it versus BTC here. $13.94. Yeah, I think you're doing good. I would set a pretty tight stop loss just because. Tough to say, you know. I would set a stop loss down at like, I don't know, 1260 or so, just in case. But I think yeah, because like I said, I think it could come down a little bit more, but I think long term that's a great place to buy it for the overall run up. Just picked up EOS at 1420. Nice. Yeah, again, and you're down a little bit on that, but no biggie. Like I said, guys, this is all. Yeah, and I mean, let's see here. I mean, this does look a little bit like a bear flag. Yeah, I'd set that tight stop loss, guys. I would set that tight stop loss if I were you, because I do think it could come down a little bit more. But you know, like I said, as far as long term historically, I think that now is not a bad time to get in. So I wouldn't feel any regret for having made that purchase. I would just set a very tight stop loss. All right, let's see. Is the focus off, or is it just my eyes? I don't know. Am I out of focus? Could just be that I have a really blurry skin. All right, let's see here. I always punch myself in the face before going to bed while... The BitConnect joke will be forever funny, right? Like, that Carlos Mata dude is a legend. I mean, you know, I would never hire him for anything, but like that, his whole like Bitcoin that's gonna be in the annals of crypto history forever as like a meme. And thank you, Carlos Matos, for being that dude. Okay, let's see here. EOS pumps with the volume. I mean, EOS pumps with everything lately. Lunar pumped yesterday. What's the ticker on that? Is it just LUNYR? Oh, sure is. All right. I don't know anything about this project. Ooh, penny stock. Oh. All right. Here's what I think. Yeah, blurry skin. It's because I'm so pale, dude. I got this much white light. I'm like basically translucent. I should get out in the sun more. I really should. Anyway, yeah, back to my point here, Michael. I think I don't know anything about this project, so I can't really tell you if it's worth its salt. But anytime there is this much of a parabolic pump, especially on a weekend, that screams pump and dump group to me. Yeah, I'll talk about TRX in a minute. I have mixed feelings there. I think maybe the pump's already been built into that, but it could have a little bit more to go. But anyway, yeah, this screams pump and dump group to me. Here's how I know. Watch. I got caught out in a pump and dump a while back, beginning of last year or so. Einsteinium. Oh, EMC too. And this is where I learned this lesson. Fortunately, I got into it for like nothing. I think I threw like $50 at it or something. So, you know, whatever. But allow me to show you what a pump and dump looks like. So this is what happens when, say, oh, I don't know, John McAfee gets a hold of something. This is a pump and dump right here. Yep, look at that. It's, oh geez, this is this year. Hold on, I'm not going far back enough. Yeah, there we go. This is what a pump and dump looks like. Does this look strikingly familiar to your loon chart here? Because that's what it looks like to me. So this is what happens when John McAfee tweets about something. It gets run up for about 3 days, and then everybody does their research, looks into it, realizes, wow, this project is kind of cool. It really isn't that innovative and doesn't really require the blockchain and doesn't, anyway. I'm now a bag holder for this, for the tune of who cares, money. But that's what a pump and dump looks like. And so that is what this looks like to me, right here. This looks like somebody like Suppo Man or, you know, Ian Bellina. Sorry, I got a little fruit fly in here. Got him. All right. Somebody pumped this. Somebody tweeted it. Somebody pumped this. And a bunch of that person's followers, we'll just say to be nice, bought in, and then that person dumped it, and it tanked off. So I don't know too much more about it. So it could be a cool project. I'd have to look into it, to be honest with you. I'm literally just doing the technical analysis of what I'm seeing on this chart. I know zero about the fundamentals. I don't even know what this coin is or what this project does. I'm just telling you what I see from this chart. So with that being said, I'll write it down as another one that I need to look into. Yeah, it could be a good project. It really could. You know, and it's sort of like, while here, since I like to share my successes and my failures, let me go a little bit further into this EMC2 thing. So I don't know if you've looked into this, but the short version of it is Einsteinium is you are supposed to be, token holders can vote on the blockchain for the scientific projects that they want to get funded. And with, excuse me, with the current lack of care for science in American politics, primarily, again, I don't know about the rest of the world, but it's kind of scary to me that it's very obvious that global warming is real, but we continue to be ostriches about it here in the United States. So anyway, my point is, a project like Einsteinium I can see being pretty cool because I want stem cell research to be funded. I want, I want genetic modification research to be fun. I want this because I realize that, like, ultimately the human race's survival is going to rely on us being able to modify these bodies, because these bodies can't exist in space, and eventually we're going to overpopulate this earth, and there's going to have to be people are going to have to get off it. So for that to be able to happen, we're going to need scientific research. So this is a long-winded way of me saying I think it's a cool project that you should be able to allocate where the funds get voted on via the blockchain. However, it doesn't require the blockchain, and nobody really bought into it. It got pumped and it got dumped. So even though the concept was good, it didn't have adoption, and as a result, no flight for that. Didn't get off the runway. So I'm always very careful. Anything, and this is also, guys, why I say don't buy when it goes parabolic, right? Like, usually by the time somebody's asked me about one of these things, it's over here somewhere, right? And they're like, oh my God, why is this going parabolic? And I just say, wait for it to retrace, right? So with that information in mind, if you were looking at this long term, I would say, you've actually retraced pretty good here into, but then it had this pump again. So yeah, I mean, if you want in on this project, I wouldn't get in on anything over 10.5 sats, just because, I mean, look, that looks like it's about the all-time low is where it was trading at immediately after it got launched. So I'd be careful with that one. I'm always skeptical on low supply coins, and the reason why is because that is very easy for somebody with a lot of money to be able to manipulate. So something to keep in mind. Don't just look at a coin and say, oh, this is great because it's got low market cap. That does not always mean that it's not going to be manipulated. Occasionally a low market cap coin means you can make some really good gains on it, but like I said, you gotta be watchful for that as well. Build a bot, repost Wikipedia content, make money. Huh. So that's kind of cool, actually. So it's like an automated Steam. So again, here we go, guys. Like who the dude was saying, the other one's the Steam killer. I feel like we get coin shills coming into the chat every once in a while. Like people that are paid to advertise that are just getting the name out there. I don't know if that. I'm not pointing any fingers, guys, so I don't want to say that. But I feel like occasionally that does happen. But anyway, just another project that is like trying to accomplish the same thing on the blockchain. There are so many projects that I see that are not doing anything unique, right? I don't even see a unique take on what they're trying to do. Like, there's so many different exchanges at this point. There's so many different supply chain dynamic coins at this point. And there will be little different tweaks here and there, but I'm looking for the unicorns, man. It sounds stupid, but I'm looking for the unique value proposition is what I'm looking for, because all these projects at this point, and we're doing our fundamental research and looking into the team and everything else, and there's a lot of these guys, there's a lot of talent coming into blockchain from traditional market, from traditional finance, from traditional corporate. There's a lot of talent coming over into blockchain. So a lot of these new projects have great advisors and great teams and everything, but what they're doing isn't unique. And so ultimately I don't have a lot of faith in the success of the project because it's nothing new. So that's what I'm saying, guys, is I'm looking, all that stuff is obviously important as well, but I'm really, as far as ICOs and things, I'm looking for something new. What are you doing that I have not seen before? And that's where I'm starting to look for what projects I want to get involved in that I'm not already. Otherwise, honestly, guys, I've primarily just been trying to continue to load up the bags for the coins that I have. Not a paid shill. I have a regular job. All right, good enough, James L. I'll take your word for it, bro. All right, what else? What else? Last year's consensus was a pump and dump. Yeah, well, I mean, you know, I'm not going to say that all of the prices are going to continue to go bananas afterwards. I'm saying consensus traditionally does raise market cap and does raise the price of some coins. So there will be some opportunities for a savvy trader to make money in the next few days based on previous years. Again, this is not financial advice, and I'm not your financial advisor, just a guy who knows how to read a chart, does a lot of time studying the crypto markets. What else? Didn't know Pornhub had a search. I'm on the verge. God damn it. This is... you guys. You guys. Cryptocurrency portfolio tracker, which I use religiously. It's showing TRX RSI of 2. Is this possible? You know where I'm going to tell you to go to look at the RSI? First of all, obviously, it's going to be on the chart. But you can also do it at a quick glance over here at Cryptosomniac.com. So if you go to the homepage, you can see, and again, I'm just looking at the daily, but you can sort these RSIs by, you can sort the currencies by what level the relative strength indicator is at currently. So here you go. Yeah, it's at 2. Unless you saw this on our site and not over on, so I'm right now I actually want to confirm this on CoinMarketCap just to make sure that there is not an error on my site. And they don't have RSI, of course. That's right. That's why we added it, because it's unique. So I can't confirm it there, but let's see. We're looking at that on the daily. And so let's just go over here to the chart and check it out. Tron Bitcoin on Binance. On the daily. The RSI is definitely not 2. So yeah, thank you, The Element, for pointing that out. I got to go yell at my developers. After we're done streaming. So yeah, well, and again, so this is good, why it's always good to have more than one source to check. Yeah, that does seem inordinately low. All right, let's see what else. Buy low, sell high, not a paid shill. Cool. Developing Web 4.0 is highly utilitarian. Well, I think it's a lot of people worrying about the back end and not enough people worrying about the front end. If we're going to gain more market adoption, user interfaces need to increase and usability needs to increase significantly. Because your grandma ain't using Mew, and that's just a fact. All right, let's see. Waltron, be careful. My Pixology research only research. Oh sure. Hey JK, I'm not slamming you, dude. I don't know you, so why would I say anything bad about you? I don't know. If you are doing your research, then fantastic, man. That's what we encourage everyone to do. All right, let's see. I wouldn't call one green candle a pump. Well, no, that's true. But one green candle that big, and again, it was looking pretty bullish this morning. It cooled off significantly as the event wore on. But I mean, we're still above where we were. Again, we're still up from what, 2 weeks ago? From, I guess we're about even money with where we were 2 weeks ago. We're still up from last month. All right, what else? Does high RSI always lead to a sell? Not always, but it's a very good indicator. So yeah, it's a very good indicator to tell when something is getting overbought, and that's usually where I'll try to figure out, is it time to take profit? Yeah, why not? Let's go ahead and look at OMG, because OMG has been doing well. I don't know if you guys saw Quant Stamp today. That's one that is if you're a quant stamp holder, today is a good day for you. All right, let's have a look. OMG. So cool to have a Tron trading window open on your channel. I mean, we just have the full market cap on our channel, so you can go over to our website and see the entire market, and you know what's oversold, what's overbought. Can just help you at a quick glance be able to figure out what's oversold and what's overbought. I will tell you this too, guys. This is not based on any one exchange or coin market cap or anything like that. This is an aggregate of all in the market. So you'll notice this might be a little bit different. The stats you see on here might be a little bit different than you see on coin market cap, specifically because of that reason. All right, OMG. OMG is looking good too. This is another one that's like right in my range, and so cooling off a little bit on the MACD. Yeah, a little bear trap there, it looks like. Yeah, if you're looking to pick up some OMG today, I mean there's a lot of support historically at this level, and again, I know I'm looking at 30-minute candles, so, but you know, we've been trading pretty sideways on this level for how many days? Yeah, several days out of the month so far. So yeah, again, this would be another one where I'd employ my bottom fishing play strategy. Set a buy order, you know, set some buy orders down here. I don't know that that's going to come down that much anytime soon. Yeah, I suspect we'll probably see overall bullish direction of the market for the next 3 days. Yeah, I think overall everything's going to be moving in an upward direction. Again, I mean, ultimately, look at the guys. This is really what it comes down to. Hourly candles, and I bet you I can look at pretty much any coin, and if you know the last 5-6 hours, everything's gone up. All right, yeah, you wanted to see TRX? Look, oh wow, TRX defying the trend. All right. Well, that's what I get for talking before I looked at both of them, but TRX not a good example. EOS. Nulls. So, similar movement. All right. But back to TRX. So, let's see. Tron. Yep. I mean, Pump Master Justin Sun has had this thing just running up. I know a lot of people in the Advantage are pretty hyped on Tron lately. I cleaned my bags of Tron out months ago, so I currently hold no Tron, but I do like the project overall. And you know, you can't beat their marketing. You just can't beat their marketing, because boy, they're a day trader's dream, just for how many swings they get because of the marketing efforts. Boy, this was really where I would have started to look. As we get down there more, let's see, on a 30-minute volume starting to decrease, although we have just seen on the 30-minute we've seen a bull cross, and yeah, RSI, or rather, I'm sorry, MACD histogram curling up. 2 hour. 4 hour looks like it's starting to cool off a little bit, but those smaller intervals look like It's movement in the right direction. Yeah, so this is one if you're looking to make some swings. This is one I would set my buy orders low, down around 800-ish, and then just automatically set sell orders, between about 830 and 840 for swings, because this is, I suspect, going to do a bunch of this, right? So they're only tiny little percentages, but gains are gains. TRX is number one on GitHub development. Yeah, I mean, they have a great team. They have a great team. They have a great marketing team. They have a great dev team. They have really strong credentials. Don't think of it as a video game platform. Think of it as a decentralized app store, and all of a sudden the potential for Tron starts to look a lot more attractive than, a video game store. All right, let's see. Hyped on Crypto Live. Is that another channel? Sweet. 2 times a day, every day. Boy, that's a commitment, man. Right. So anyway, I didn't even finish answering the question. Sorry, I sidetracked myself about does RSI always lead to a sell-off? Very often, RSI will indicate that that it is going to dump, especially as it gets higher up, close to like the 70%. Traditionally, pretty much every time. I mean, look at it here, right? Look at these correlations. RSI over 70, immediate dump. RSI over 70, immediate dump. Not a ton, but enough, right? Same thing here. So generally, as it gets up there, you can bet that traders are looking to take their profit. Essentially, because that means, effectively, a savvy trader is looking to get into a trade down here with the RSI low, right? And then get out of a trade as it goes up. This is what helps you know how many other traders are buying or selling a project right now. So, when it's oversold, it's a great time to buy. When it's overbought, it's a great time to take profit. But again, you need to know what your target entry was for the trade, or what your entry, or if you've already entered the trade, then you need to just know what your targeted exit was. What kind of percent are you trying to make, and are you comfortable with taking? And that's what I always try to, again, because I mean, you could sit and make only Satoshis a day, but like if you're, if you started out with an account with only a couple $100 and you're trading for what amounts to, a few $10-20 a day over the long term, that's still going to, the percentage of your portfolio that adds up to is good. And then trade with those little numbers, and as you become more comfortable with your calls, then you can start to make bigger plays, and hopefully work your way to life-changing money. Institutional investment in crypto will circumvent the need to have mom and pops learn tech to trade. I don't think so. The big houses will bring the sell. I think ultimately that this game is still going to be largely influenced by Main Street, even as institutional money starts to come into it. I think institutional money just makes the plays bigger. I think it just makes the numbers bigger, right? So instead of trading on 10K Bitcoin, you're trading on 100K Bitcoin or something. Obviously I'm just wildly speculating on numbers, or pulling numbers out of the air, but that's really my ultimate feeling there. I don't think it changes the game much. I don't think it changes the need to do your own research. I don't think it changes the need to pay attention to the news cycles, et cetera, et cetera. I think it just adds another factor of complexity for making your decisions. Also, I can tell you this. I can tell you of at least 4 different exchanges right now. Again, I don't want to talk about them on the stream, but I can tell you at least 4 different exchanges right now that are looking to unify traditional financial markets and crypto, so you could trade everything from one interface. I know several projects that are trying to do that right now, and so I don't know that it's institutional money that it's going to change it. It might just be one really nice exchange that makes it easy to use. We'll see. Time will tell. Again, it's got to be easy enough for your grandma to use it, right? Your grandma can write a check, but does your grandma use email very well? My grandma's getting up there, and she's semi-savvy. She can text and stuff, but like, it was a push to get her there, right? But she can do it now. That's my point. Is Your grandma's not going to remember your ETH wallet address to send you your birthday money or whatever, you know, to send her grandkid when they're a little kid the birthday money. I mean, obviously I'm a grown man, so I don't get birthday money from my grandma anymore, but you get what I'm trying to say. Until it needs to be as easy to use as things like Venmo. As soon as it's as easy to use as Venmo or PayPal, there is no further reason that we won't have widespread crypto market adoption for mass, you know, for the masses. All right, let's see what else. What time is it? Am I rambling? Pushing up on that hour, guys. Pushing up on that hour. So let's see here. Oh boy, you guys are talking about all kinds of non-crypto related. TRX at 4 cents, sold at 9 cents, bought back at 7 cents. Tight move. That's a good trade. I got in on it at like 20 satoshis, and I sold I think a quarter of it at 1100, and I sold the rest of it at 909. Is 2000 Zilliqa enough for me to quit my job? I can't answer that question for you, Hassan. Only you can answer that question for you. Again, speculating on the future value of this money is crazy. I can speculate on short term. Do I think it's going to go up or down? But I'm not going to give you a prediction for a year out just because I'm not going to do it. But that being said, I don't know. 2000 Zilliqa, in what time frame? And you know, what is your income? Please don't announce this on the channel. I don't want to know this, because again, this is why I also never talk to you about how many coins I have in my portfolio. I would also never disclose how many dollars I have in my bank account. It's asking for trouble, it's rude, it's douchey, and it's not smart. So that being said, yeah, you 2000 Zilliqa could be enough for you to quit your job. I don't know. Is that life-changing money for you? What percentage does that need to go up to become life-changing money? And then that's you just got to do the math and figure out what your number is. I can't tell you that. Crazy, I just took a position in Tron. Yeah, why not? It's not bad. I mean, like I said, guys, I sold my Tron because I was sick of hearing the Justin Sun marketing like pumps, announcements about an announcement about a potential maybe partnership that's actually just a company he already owns. Like, it works, it's effective. I just got sick of it, so I sold it. Like, that's, you know, maybe that's not the most sound investment strategy, but basically I just saw it yo-yo back and forth between a certain point, and Tron was one I was looking to buy for a long-term hold and just sit on. And I started to get to the point where I didn't think it was going to go anywhere, so I just sold it off and didn't have to worry about it. Ultimately, I probably would have had some opportunities to make a little bit of money here and there on the swings in between then and now, but nothing. I wouldn't have made as much as I made from getting it way back here to all-time highs and selling it off, so I just let it alone. Yeah, exactly, JK, right? I mean, like, let's see it. Like, I'm not saying I don't believe you, but I'm also not saying I believe you. Right? Like, let's see the product. Get it live. Get it live. I am a lot more my hands are a lot stronger around projects that already have something on the market. And Tron Dogs is not something on the market. F you. Just like CryptoKitties, I don't care. That doesn't count. It's not a real enterprise level. You put trading cards on the blockchain. Great job. I'm not impressed with that. So I need to see some real products come out of these things before I get too bullish. Don't trade alts in terms of fiat, do it in terms of Satoshi. Exactly. Yeah, ultimately that is correct. And realistically, if you're trading on Binance or you're trading on any of these other not Coinbase, not Kraken, not Gemini, then you're probably trading with either ETH or Bitcoin anyway, most likely, or whatever the exchange's native token is. So why wouldn't you be keeping it in mind against your BTC value, Satoshi value? Let's see. bashing ETH was not wise. When did I bash ETH? I said ETH has been my fave. Oh, you're talking about Justin Sun bashing ETH. Okay, sorry. Took me a second to put that context together. Yeah, that's true. The Tron network can handle loads that Ethereum cannot. Ethereum's going to need to deal with their scaling issues sooner than later in order to in order to maintain their current position. Because right now I see EOS as a major threat to Ethereum personally, major threat. They have buku funding and they do not have the problems with scalability that Ethereum does currently. So, yeah, I'm with you. I'm still bullish on ETH long term. Like I said, it is still one of my biggest bags. And I'm not, I still am trading to accumulate more ETH no matter what. So, yeah, obviously I'm a fan of ETH. And, yeah, I think it still has potential for upward movement, but I don't think any of us are making the kind of money we made last year on it. Well, yeah, I think you nailed that one right there, Element. If Alibaba goes on the Tron mainnet, that's kind of like Amazon accepting Bitcoin. So that, yeah, it would be gangbusters at that point. Well, I'll tell you what, if you hear that rumor, point at your boy, huh? If you hear it first, let me know. All right. What speeds will sharding bring? Well, I can tell you this much. I don't know, but I know that Hashgraph, the Hedera Hashgraph is stupid fast. They can process hold on, let me not misstate it. Is it 500,000 or 500 million? I think 500 million transactions per second in real time. So that's pretty quick, huh? Yeah, and I think effectively, I mean, isn't that what's happening there? Oh, I do see what you're talking about. I do go out of focus every so often. Weird. Sorry about that, guys. ETH will shard itself. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, James. That's what I've been saying the whole time. That's why this is called the consensus pump. I suspect tomorrow will be consensus pump 2.0 and 3.0 as we go through these next couple of days. I think overall we're in good. I mean, let's see. We've actually gone down 2 billion in market cap since I started the stream, so that's not good. I think, wasn't it 408 when we started? But anyway, that being said, I still suspect more bullish momentum over the next couple of days while consensus goes on. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it, guys. So let's see if I'm any better. Let's see if I've gotten any better. So I'm just gonna disclose fully. Snae's been gone, and I need Snae to show me. I'm so inept at Twitter, it's sad. How to figure out who retweeted on the tweets. I thought maybe I can just do it in my phone. I'm really good at tweeting, and I'm not really good at the rest of Twitter. But I feel bad that I keep saying I'm going to do a crypto giveaway and then not doing a crypto giveaway. So maybe I can do it today. Oops, and it would also help if I sign into the correct. I need to be in the Cryptosomniac. All right. So EOS tokens on Binance, do they auto-register? That's up for debate. I will have to get back to you on that. That was something that was actually being discussed in the Moon Lounge today, so I'm not sure. Jack Ma and Justin Sun are very close. I know. Justin Sun is the first graduate of Jack Ma's program, and that's why he's backing Justin Sun, and that's why that is a very realistic possibility to see Alibaba on Tron. It could happen. So, I mean, if it does, gangbusters. We'll see. He's gonna give you Verge. I don't even have any Verge anymore. I can't give it away. All right, so let's do this. Whoever did the things on my video on Friday. So yeah, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and let me go pull these videos up so I can look and see who did what. All right, so cool, got that up. Twitter. Good, okay, great. Yeah, you'd think you'd just be able to click on who retweeted it, who retweeted which thing, and it would show you the group of who did it. Apparently I'm too dumb to figure that out. That makes me very sad. And embarrassing because I'm admitting it in public. But hey guys, like I said, I'll share my successes and my failures. And apparently I'm a Twitter failure. So if you want to help me out with that, you can follow me at Cryptosomniac, which is CryptoSigneWave. That is my Twitter. I do try to tweet out the interesting projects that I've seen, or at least a little bit of thought about the market in general. So if you want to follow me over there, you can do so. But let's see, Twitter and Facebook. Let me get in here, and then let's give away some crypto. Can you get STDs from holding Verge? Not if you use protection. Yeah. Oh, so ridiculous. All right, so let's see here. Thanks for the cast. I see what you did there. I see what you did there, James. All right, guys, so let's do this. Let's do this giveaway. Random number. Oh. Great. All right. So I'm going to do this a couple times, and then one for, what is it? One for YouTube, two for Twitter, three for Facebook. And let's see. All right, so it looks like three for Facebook it is. And we had 6 shares yesterday. So out of these 6 people, wait, 6 more comments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8. So I'm going to do 8. And best, well, here, I'm just gonna, you can see my eyes are closed. Click this a few times. And 6, all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jezza Eccles, you just won yourself some free crypto. So I will have one of my staff reach out to you to sort that out. Here, let me snip that out so that I can, whoops. God damn it. Why is there no search bar? I just need the search bar. I really wish these guys had a Mac in the studio. Call me biased. Where is the little snippy thing? Right, well, you don't need to watch me snip this, so I'll do this. Nexo. All right, I'll write that down. In fact, I think we have a report. We might have a report on that one already. But yeah, I'll put that on my list for sure. All right. Anyways, Jezza Eccles, I'm gonna have my staff reach out to you, and we will get you some free crypto, guys. Thank you so much. Again, I really appreciate it. You know, we love having you follow us. So if you do enjoy the content, please do like and subscribe. Hit the little bell for notifications. And if you want to win some free crypto when I stream, hopefully tomorrow, then post a comment on YouTube with your ERC20 address, like and share on Facebook, and then retweet me on Twitter, because I'm not a quitter. Retweet me on Twitter, and you will be eligible to win some free crypto tomorrow, because I'm going to probably be on every day this week. So anyway, guys, thanks again. Love having you here, And no, Snake didn't give me a key to the apartment. I have a key to the office because I work here. So yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Till then, keep your hands strong. Oh, yeah. Here, I wanna highlight this one. So, does anybody else have any interest in this? I got one of my customs on today. You guys are asking me about my crypto gear. Weekends, hold no coins. If you're interested in one of those, just go ahead and DM me on Twitter. I'll point you in the right direction. So yeah, we're gonna have a whole bunch of great new merch on the site pretty soon. But yeah, all right, guys. Now I'm just rambling, and thank you so much. Love you guys, and we'll talk tomorrow. See you later.